It's Sunday evening. 4 major economic events landed this week. Each got its own news cycle. Most coverage missed the larger pattern. Take them as 4 isolated stories, you get news. Take them as one connected story, you get the actual picture of what's happening to the American worker in June 2026. This is what the talent. Tuesday. JOLTS report. 7.6 million job openings. The headlines called it a strong labor market. But underneath was the number nobody led with. Quits dropped to 2.98 million. Lowest level since mid-2020. Workers are not voluntarily leaving their jobs. Even with 7.6 million openings on the table. This is not a hiring problem. This is a confidence problem. Workers are staying put because they are afraid of what's on the other side. Wednesday morning. Core PCE inflation. 3.3% year-over-year. Up from 3.2% in March. And it completes the trio. CPI 3.8%, 3-year high. PPI 6%, 3-year high. Core PCE 3.3% rising. 3 inflation gauges. All rising. All above the Fed's 2% target. Rate cuts are mathematically off the table for the rest of 2026. And here is what that means for you. Real wages keep declining. Mortgage rates stay elevated. Credit card rates stay punishing. Housing remains structurally unaffordable. The squeeze is structural, not cyclical. Friday morning. The big one. 172,000 jobs added in May. Double the forecast. Headlines called it resilient. But the composition told a different story. 70,000 went to leisure and hospitality. 55,000 to local government. 35,000 to healthcare. That is 160,000 of the 172,000 in sectors that don't employ white-collar professionals. Financial activities declined. Information sector declined. Tech layoffs continued at Cisco, Meta, Walmart, Acrisure, Intuit, Amdocs, and Groupon during May. The jobs being created are not the jobs being lost. Friday's same report, the wage story underneath. Wage growth 3.4% year-over-year. Slowest pace since August 2021. And it puts working professionals in a math problem nobody is naming clearly. Inflation running at 3.3% core. Wages growing at 3.4%. The gap is so narrow that any uptick in inflation pushes most workers into real wage decline. Long-term unemployment is up 524,000 year-over-year. 27.5% of all unemployed people have been out of work for more than 6 months. That cohort is growing. The headline beat expectations. The composition tells a story the headline cannot hold. 4 events. 1 pattern. Workers are afraid to quit, JOLTS told us that. Inflation is sticky and rising, core PCE told us that. Jobs being created don't match the jobs being lost, NFP told us that. Wages are losing ground while long-term unemployment grows, the wage data told us that. Take them as 4 separate stories and you can convince yourself the labor market is resilient. Take them as one connected story and a different picture emerges. The trapped worker economy. Where job openings exist but workers cannot risk movement. Where wages technically grow but cannot keep pace with inflation. Where the jobs being created don't match the jobs being lost. And where the Federal Reserve has no monetary tools left to help any of it. This is not a healthy labor market. This is a labor market under structural strain. The headlines won't tell you that. The data does. 3 moves heading into next week. 1. Document your contributions specifically. 5 minutes every Saturday. Compounds into a defensible career narrative. 2. Build runway intentionally, 6 months minimum. 12 if you can. 3. Watch the data without doom scrolling. The pattern matters more than any single event. Process weekly, not hourly. Information is leverage. Anxiety is not. This is what the talent. The move is yours.